Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission, is always to cut through the noise, pull out those vital insights, those surprising facts from the latest global news.
Hmm.
Today, we're plunging into the top 10 global stories from really just the past 12 hours. That's as of July 4th, 2025.
Yeah, it's been an incredibly packed period.
It really has. An absolutely packed day. Okay, let's unpack this.
What we're seeing, I think, is this intense, almost unsettling mix of global events. You've got simmering geopolitics, big economic shifts, public health stuff.
Right.
This deep dive should really give you a sense of, all the interconnected forces at play.
Let's jump straight in then. Here in the U.S., it's Independence Day, but you can feel the political polarization maybe more than ever.
Definitely. And what's interesting, or maybe telling, is how both President Biden and former President Trump are using the same words: unity, freedom.
Exactly, but tailoring them, right, for their own base, but also trying to reach, well, maybe undecided voters.
Precisely. It really highlights this split identity they're both trying to shape as we head into what looks like a really heated election.
Okay, so from those domestic divisions, let's look abroad. The Middle East, things have flared up again, just days after that Gaza ceasefire.
That's right. Israel launched airstrikes in southern Lebanon. Retaliation, they say, for a rocket attack by Hezbollah.
Hezbollah, the Iran-backed group.
Correct, hitting several sites. And the big concern now is this could spiral into a wider regional conflict. It really makes you wonder how this changes the game for everyone involved there.
And tensions seem high elsewhere, too. China, the U.S., Taiwan. I saw that $1.5 billion arms deal made headlines. What's the deeper story?
Well, it's not just about the money or the hardware, though. That includes missile defense, drones, things Taiwan wants.
Uh-huh.
It's Washington signaling strong support, directly challenging Beijing's One China idea. China, predictably, warned of serious consequences.
The Taiwan.
They thank the U.S., citing the rising threats they feel across the strait. So this really ramps up the strategic competition in the Indo-Pacific. It's more than just talk.
Okay, shifting nearby. North Korea. Japan detected something concerning.
They did. An underwater drone test near the Sea of Japan.
Mhm.
And the worry is this new system might be capable of carrying a nuclear payload.
Wow. That's a significant escalation, if true.
Absolutely. A big jump in their capabilities and a real worry for the region.
And over in Europe at the NATO summit, President Zelensky had an urgent message.
A very urgent appeal, yeah. He's asking for faster weapons shipments, particularly air defense systems. He said delays are literally costing lives, with Russian drones hitting civilian targets.
It just highlights that ongoing human cost, doesn't it? And it, raises questions about how effective international support can be when things drag on.
Exactly.
So these geopolitical shifts are intense, but let's pivot slightly. The world's also dealing with major economic, social, environmental changes. Bitcoin, for instance,
All right.
quite a surge.
Huge surge, past $72,300. Seems to be driven by record trading in those U.S.-based crypto ETFs.
Right, the exchange-traded funds, making it easier for traditional investors to get involved.
That's the idea. Analysts point to big institutions buying in, maybe a better outlook on inflation, clearer regulations. It suggests growing mainstream acceptance.
But there are warnings, too.
Oh, yeah. Always warnings about volatility with crypto. So it's a fascinating moment, but maybe a bit precarious, too.
Okay, staying with economic and social policy, Canada's trying something big, universal basic income.
Yes, a national pilot program got approved. UBI, where citizens get a regular income, no strings attached. This trial offers CAD $1,500 monthly to $50,000 low-income folks.
1,500 Canadian dollars.
Right. Trials are set to start in 5 provinces this fall. It's a bold experiment, really, trying to tackle poverty. The world will be watching how it plays out.
Meanwhile, farther south, protests in Kenya.
Yes, in Nairobi. Police used tear gas on protesters upset about fuel tax hikes. Inflation there is up to 12.3%, the highest in 5 years.
Ouch. So rising costs leading directly to unrest.
It's a pattern we're seeing in quite a few places, unfortunately.
And speaking of unfortunate patterns, climate change. Europe's facing another heat wave.
A really severe one. Record-breaking temperatures in parts of Spain, France, Italy. Cities hitting over 44 Celsius, that's, 111 Fahrenheit?
Intense.
Very. Health alerts are up, and scientists are clearly linking this to, ongoing climate change acceleration. It's another stark reminder.
And finally, a global health alert. H5N2?
That's the one. Avian flu. The WHO confirmed the first human infection in southern India.
Okay, but how serious is it right now?
Well, the patient is stable, which is good news. And
Yeah.
crucially, no human-to-human transmission has been seen. But officials are on high alert because these viruses can mutate. constant vigilance needed.
Right. Wow, what a snapshot of just 12 hours. It's honestly kind of staggering.
It is.
The sheer volume, the diversity, geopolitics tightening up, economic shifts like crypto, the real world pain of inflation, climate change, it just hammers home how connected everything is.
Absolutely. And how fast things are moving.
So what does this all mean?
Well, you see these stories. Israel, Hezbollah, China, Taiwan, Ukraine, Bitcoin, Kenya protests, the heat wave, H5N2. They seem separate at first glance,
Mm-hmm.
but often they're not. They're linked by these deeper currents, political divides impacting foreign policy, economic stress fueling social unrest, climate impacting health. This quick dive really shows why you constantly need to sort of look behind the headlines, understand the ripples. So maybe the thought to leave you with is just that. Keep questioning, keep connecting the dots. Understanding these links is really key to navigating, well, this incredibly complex world we're in.